In the previous program, we talked about Song Feng's disturbance in the Heavenly Palace, and the Jade Yellow Land invited the Tathagata Bo clan. When the Jade Yellow Earth issued this intention, the Bo clan was not yet a Bo clan. Come out and say in person that I am going to save the frame. Since I am on the instruction to save the frame, then I am naturally a subordinate of the pre-land. Before that, the title of Bo did not appear in the original residence of Xiuji, but the Bo Lao. It was not until the Tathagata came to Tian that he changed his name to Bo. So why did the Tathagata change his name from Bo Lao to Bo at this time? This point is definitely not enough for Shanping Tathagata's own strength. The Tathagata is inseparable from the strong support of the Jade and Yellow Earth behind it. Why does Jade Land need a Bo clan? Because everyone has seen the situation every day. The Jade Land is nominally hung with the Queen. But the real control over meeting the gods every day is very weak. Yudi saw that the old army wanted to give it a try. Therefore, the Jade Land needs a force to hate and hate each other. According to the Yudi's Jing, the Tathagata should have appeared a long time ago. But because of the first click of the Supreme Veterans, Yudi must solve Song Wukong. So modified the basics. In short, no one expected that it would develop to this point, and it was all caused by some accidental things. Let's first talk about how this Tathagata came to subdue Song Wukong. First of all, after the Tathagata saw Song Wukong, he let Song Wukong go. The Buddhist tribe issued a decree to let Lei Jiang Tianqigan Ge open the camp. Call the great sage out, and I will ask him what the law is. The Tathagata began to persuade and educate, but the words of beauty are not simple. Jade that for, by a monkey to be shocked, eyes feel bullying. It takes more preparation. He freely practiced coolies for more than 1,750 years. Each knot should be 120,000 or nearly 5,600 years. You calculate, how many years should he have? Release the bullet and enjoy it, the infinite big sword. You were born as a man, how can you say that you are not the son of men, not the son of men? Car your hand calculation. I want to return early, but my wife is talking nonsense. But it is a pity that you have been exposed to the reader, believing in fate, and being able to cultivate it yourself. This passage is ostensibly admiring the Jade Emperor, but in fact there is something in the words. The Tathagata pointed out the time of the Jade Emperor's reading of the festival. As we said earlier, the gods will deliberately hide their reading time for their own safety. I was afraid that someone would steal it at the critical moment. And who did the Tathagata say these words to? That is to say to the other immortals present. Listen up, I know the end of the Jade Emperor, you say I'm not powerful. Regardless of whether the time he said was true or not. The Tathagata pointed out and reminded the Jade Emperor. You, pay attention, the Jade Emperor's psychology must be counted at this time. The Tathagata is showing off his academic history and putting himself above the position of the Jade Emperor. The Jade Emperor came to elevate his status, in order to mention the immortals he was present. Deliberately, this reading is a special vocabulary for recruiting lazy talents in Lingshan, and it is used every day. Therefore, the Tathagata did not want to kill Song Wukong from the beginning. His purpose was to recruit the lazy Song Wukong, and he asked Song Wukong to recruit the reader. Readers are definitely not used to describe themselves, no one will say this about themselves. So this reader can only be the Jade Emperor, and the Tao clan, in other words. Good mouth, don't talk big, hurry up and join our Lingshan team. Follow me, you are the safest, I don't even know your background. After listening to the Tathagata's sermon, the great sage said. He is so young and slender that he is not a British level and has no battle here. I often see Emperor Luanliuhua coming to my house next year. Just tell him to move out, just say that the sky will give way to me, if you don't let it. It must be a wolf, never clear. These words, but the rhinoceros in the sky. But what is not the voice of the Tathagata? It is also tasting all the ideals of God's manifestation. But I didn't dare to say the truth. Emperor Luanliuhua will come to my house next year. Why do you want to stand in this position and not move? But with these few sentences of a single name, can the Tathagata want to convince the sky? Of course it is impossible, and this is not a result that the Tathagata wants. As a famous model is familiar. Isn't his stage gone? In addition to the method of constant change. How can you catch up with the Sky Bible? Go to our speculation above. The Tathagata is actually an imaginary figure, always. The teacher who did Sun Wukong had long known what Sun Wukong was capable of. Is it okay to just fight a war and do it directly? Why do you want to ask people what they are capable of? Isn't this an ancient question? There is only one truth. The Tathagata dug a hole for the pine from the beginning. My methods are numerous. I have 72.5 variations. Late not immortality. The meeting will be administered by Jin Daoyun. A total of 108,000 miles. How can I not do it? I'll play a solo match with you. If you have the ability. It has already hit my right palm. Even if you say something. No more swords and soldiers fighting. Please make a reservation. To my Western Bureau. Give up the sky to you. If you can't hit my palm, you still go down the street to take another break. Coming and going normally. Let's study the words of the Buddhas. That is to say, he wants to bet with Matsukong on the inner lord. The emperor went to the west to settle down. Give up the sky to you. I don't know how the emperor felt when he heard this. If you come here, it can be said that your heart is exposed. Just now he was still invited by the emperor to take a leave of absence. Now it's good. Not at all. Regarded himself as the parent of the emperor. The emperor has already felt it. Not full of malice. If Sun Wukong loses, what will happen? He also went down the street to take a break from the rally. Normal. Sun Wukong listened. This is good. Other words. I lost. There was no loss. That is the good king who is shocked to reply to Guishan. And in a few years, I will still be able to do it. This kind of reading. There is no risk at all, right? Just like when we were in school, we guessed money. If you win me, let the class leader be hygienic early. You're going to lose. Then you go home. Come back tomorrow. Read it out as if it were someone else. Said that he had no loss of no for. This kind of word is notified. Reading without loss. Don't talk about lose space. Even if we agree to read this. And there is a fatal problem with this reading. That's why. The Tathagata wants to read with the pine sky. How many bowls can he fly? If the Tathagata does not have this complete certainty, he couldn't have done that. And it turned out to be so. Directly took the great sage to make an appointment with the living eyes when Jin looked down. More and more Buddha's right hand is straight. It is written that the great sage came here one day. There is also some red urine swept up by the large paper pressure. The great sage has eaten and has arrived. There are such things. There are such things. I will write this article on the entire day's residence. And why on his fingers? Could it be that he has a spell that he doesn't care about? I don't believe it. Unbelief. Let me go again. Sun Wukong couldn't figure it out. Why can't I fly out of the Tathagata's long heart? But it does not conform to the laws of nature. You must try again. What a great sage. The body of the extremely general body is about to jump out of being turned over by the Buddha clan again. Pushed this king out of the seven heavens gate. Will be endless. Transformed into fine wood, water, fire, and earth. Do not do good deeds. Changing names does not do good. Clear. Hold him down. Thor and the Russian family business. One in the long scale is delivered. On in. The Tathagata did not give the second basic to the loose space. Sun Wukong was round on the spot. He did not believe in the non-mental technology he thought he wanted. Just lost. And the loss was chaotic. Why does this loose space lose right and wrong and not come out of the Tathagata's long heart? The program that follows. Ran GE. Let me analyze it again.